Hi guys, hello. Welcome to another episode of my podcast, the Clinical Waste. You can't even see me. Hang on, girl. The Clinical Waste Podcast, where I'm clinically insane, and this is going to be a waste of your fucking time. Okay? No, but today I am going to talk about a vulnerable subject, and I'm not happy about it. I don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to because it is a part of my life. It needs to be a part of my life, and yeah, I'm going to just get on with it. So I want to talk today. Also, I just want to touch on quickly. I don't know how this is going to look or sound. Having a little bit of technical difficulties today. I'm hoping that it's all going to be okay. If not, don't know what I'm going to do because I am going away to Thailand and Adelaide for a few weeks. A week in Thailand and a week in Adelaide. And also, what a random combo, Thailand. I'm going to Thailand on a personal trip by myself for a holiday, and then I'm going to Adelaide for work for a week. That's why it's Thailand and Adelaide. But yeah, I'm going to be going away from home for a few weeks, so I'm going to record a few episodes, and I'm having to sort of just adjust to this on the fly and just go because I don't have much time. So sorry if it doesn't sound as good, or if the camera, I don't have a green screen on today, so the camera's not really looking too good. But anyway, I'm going to talk today about my health and my diabetes, my chronic illness. Is that what you call it? I think so. If you didn't know, I have type 1 diabetes. It is a chronic illness that was given to me through like my genes, my denim genes, you know? No, like it's hereditary. So, I don't even know anyone in my family that has it, but I didn't get it because I was fat. All right, I am fat and I do have diabetes. It's funny because I'm a fat person's got diabetes, right? It's funny, but I didn't get it because I was fat. I got it just because it's part of my genetics. So suck on that, bitch. So the reason that I don't want to talk about it and the reason why I hate talking about it is that I am really bad at controlling my diabetes, and I have been for a little bit. I go through stages of it, and I kind of wanted to just discuss what an ideal day in the life would be if I was to follow what I need to be doing all the time, and on a good day, what I would be going through. And then I'm going to talk about the struggles with it and sort of where I'm at, and yeah, just want to be a bit vulnerable about it. And you know, I've been nothing but vulnerable on my episodes so far, so I shouldn't have an issue talking about this, but for some reason I'd rather talk about how I sleep with fucking 60-year-olds than talk about how I have a fucking medical condition that I am really bad at controlling. Anyway, also, I'm already in like a down mood because I just did an episode with my sister about grief and I'm sad, so no. But I don't even know what order I'm putting out my episodes, but I don't know if there's going to be episode 5 or 6 or whatever, but thank you everyone for watching and listening so far. Let's just get into this topic. I don't want to delay it any longer, but I really do because I don't want to talk about this. I hate talking about this. I hate my diabetes, okay? But it is part of my life, and that's what I'm trying to... This episode is like therapy for me because I need to get my life on track with my health. So, if you... Like, some people probably know a bit about type 1 diabetes. I'll give my explanation from what I know. But basically, the pancreas... For normal, like when your pancreas works the right way, your pancreas produces insulin, and that like turns like I think carbs or some sort of like it turns like the food that you eat, things you consume, turns it into energy, and so like it processes and it controls your blood sugar and stuff like that. Now mine doesn't work, or sometimes it does work, but it barely works. So I have to manually put insulin into my body to be able to get like the energy and stuff from and convert the sugars and stuff. I don't know. I do know what I do. Like, I know more about the technical side. I just can't think of it right now. But basically, my pancreas doesn't work properly, and it doesn't produce the insulin, which turns food into Anyway, so I have to manually inject myself with insulin in my stomach. I am meant to be having. I have one long-lasting one, so I have that one once a day. And that it's like a slow release one. So all day it's slowly releasing a little bit of insulin into my body. So it'll like helps regulate it. And then I have another one with every meal, which is like a short acting. So it acts straight away for like big meals. Like so breakfast, lunch and dinner, I'll have the Nova Rapid it's called. And then for once a day, either at night or in the morning, I have my Opticillin. And already like that is a bit of a thing to have to do. Like, it is a lot to manage already, you know, having an injection with every meal and also one at the start of the end of every day as well. Sorry, excuse me. It is difficult to manage that. I often do not do all of my injections that I need to be doing. And I think, like, I've always been bad with my weight and with eating and stuff like that. Adding this on top of my health is just really hard. Not fortunately, but yeah, I guess fortunately, a lot of people get diabetes when they're really young as a kid. And I personally wish that would have happened to me. Like, I wish I didn't have it at all. But if I was going to get it, I wish it happened when I was like really young, because then you set up really good habits from a really young age, and you sort of learn how to go through life as that being your norm. Your normal is you having diabetes. I got mine when I was 16, going into the start of year 10, I think, and I really didn't like getting it at that time, because it's like you're already going through puberty, you're going through high school drama and social drama and personal drama, and it's like, to add this whole layer of this disease on top of that, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to go through that sort of thing. And I just wish that I got it at a different time. But obviously, you know, things happen and I can't change it now. But yeah, I do wish that it could have been different. Yeah. But it's like, I don't want to talk about, I hate this. I really hate talking about this, because I wish I didn't have it. Like, I'm trying to be like structured and professional and talk about like this as like in like a neutral light, but I hate this. I hate having diabetes. I hate my diabetes. This is like, I don't know, I feel like this is like, I probably shouldn't even keep this in, but I hate it. I hate living with this. I hate this part of my life, and I deny. I act like I don't have diabetes, and I don't look after myself, and that's what I'm paying for, and I pay the price in the way that I feel. And yeah, right now I don't have a lot of super bad symptoms from not looking after myself. The ones that I get when I do not have my medications, I get really thirsty, like excessive thirst, like liters and liters of water. I just like need any liquid all the time. And then in like terms, in like following from that, I pee all the time. I get bad nausea, like really bad like stomach pains. Really bad stomach pains that turn into diarrhea. Sorry, we're talking about diarrhea. And then if it's really bad for a long time, like a few weeks or a month or so, I start to get like pins and needles in my pinkies or my fingers, and it never goes away until my blood sugars are back up. So like sometimes I'll have like pins and needles in my fingers for like a week or so or more. And then I also get like really sharp nerve pain in my feet, especially at night. It's normally at night when I'm trying to sleep, and I get really big sharp pains in my feet, like nerve pain. And so I know that all that sounds a bit dramatic and sounds a lot, but to be honest, it's my normal a lot of the time. And so I can live with those sort of symptoms. I shouldn't be. Don't get me wrong, I shouldn't be, but I do. But then the long-term complications of that, if I keep living how I'm living right now, I will have kidney failure. I could have heart problems. That's like one of the biggest things. I could have have heart issues, like cardiovascular. I don't even know what the words are. I could lose my limbs. I could lose my toes, my feet, my hands, and I could lose my vision. I could lose my sight, or kidney stuff. Like really, really big, impactful things that would like not ruin your life, but have a massive impact on my capabilities of life. Like I don't know what the word is, but yeah, like really massive things. If I don't fix what I'm doing right now, those things that I mentioned are a big possibility to happen to me. And I don't want that. I don't want any of those things to happen. And so you'd think that, okay, Coden, you don't want that to happen. What are you going to do? You're going to have your medications. You're going to look after yourself. Which is all really well and good in theory, but oh my God, it's so much. I really struggle. It's like how do you know you have to do something? So it's like something you need to do something, but then how do you actually put that into like fruition? Is that the word? Like, how do you take steps to actually make that happen? So it's like, yeah, you, like, for instance, you know, you might, oh yeah, I need to walk my dog. I need to go to the gym. I need to eat well. Yeah, you know that for a healthy life, you might need to do certain things, but how do you actually do it? How do you actually, like, put it into your life? Like, I know what medications I need to have. I know I need to be checking my blood sugar. I know that I should probably be tracking my carbs a little bit or watching what I eat a little bit, but it's hard. It's really, really hard. And it's like, I just wish that I could just have the answers for myself. And at the end of the day, like, I have to face the facts that, like, I'm just lazy. Like, that is I have to admit it. Some of it's laziness. It's laziness, but I just don't know how to fix it right now. It's really hard. I go through stages of it. So, like, just before I moved to Warrnambool, I was, like, just working my office job, my 9 to 5, or it was a 7 to 3. And I was really, really good with my diabetes. I was on track. I was like perfectly managing, having all my medications on time, I should start, let me rewind the tape. So what I should be doing every single day. So I should be waking up and I should be checking my blood sugar. So you probably know, like, a finger prick. So you prick your finger, you put the machine and you test your blood and you see what your sugar's at. If my sugar's in a good range, all well and good, that's no worries. If it's not, it would either be, like, if it's low, I would have something to eat. If it's high, I would normally need to have some insulin or do something like that. So the first thing I'm doing is checking my blood sugar. And then from there, I'd be having breakfast. So I would, I would sort of take what my blood sugar is. If it's a bit high, I might have a bit of extra injection, which I inject into my stomach. And I would be like, okay, well, my blood sugar is a little bit high right now, so I probably should have a little bit extra. So maybe I'll have I think I normally have 25 units with breakfast. Maybe I'll have 30. Maybe I'll have 35, depending on what sort of breakfast I have. And then ideally, I should be also I should be monitoring my food, knowing exactly how many carbs are in there, and sort of relaying that information back to how much insulin I'm having. And I have I have a tablet I could be taking as well, metformin. And then I have also so I'm having 2 injections in the morning, checking your blood sugar, counting your carbs, having a tablet, all while you're just trying to get up in the morning and do your thing. And then it's like, all right, that's all done, no worries. That's already a lot to do in the morning. Like, I don't know, maybe, I can feel myself getting angry. Maybe that's not too much for some people. For me, that is a lot of things to do in the morning. And I don't know. I'm trying, like, this is probably going to be a really shit episode. I feel like shit talking about this. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be vulnerable and talk about how this makes me feel. So that's breakfast, right? So whatever, that's all happened. That's a lot. That's already a lot to do. That's just the beginning of it, Dal. Get strapped in. So an hour after you eat, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, you got to check your blood sugar. You prick your finger. All right, let's see what my sugar's doing after I've eaten. Okay, yep, all right, it's a bit high. Better have some more. So if it's a bit high, I might have to have another injection, or I might just wait till lunchtime and then have a bit more. But then you risk your sugars keep going up and up and up. Or if you're too low, you're like, oh shit, I had too much. I didn't eat all my breakfast, so now my sugar's getting really, really low. Oh shit, I've got to have something to eat really quick. Got to have a little jelly bean or banana or something like that. And it's like, up lunchtime. All right, test your sugar again. Okay, yep. Awesome, that's all good. Yep, injection because you're eating. Oh, what am I having for lunch? I'm having a sandwich. How many carbs are in the bread? How many carbs are in this? Blah, 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 blah. Counting, you're meant to be counting all that. Oh, injection. Okay, I should be having this many meals of my injection, blah, blah, blah. And then it's the same thing. Wait a couple hours, test again, test your blood sugar again, prick your finger for the 5th time or whatever. And then you're like, oh, no, a bit high, a bit low. And it's like that all day. And then for dinner, again, same injection. You test your sugar before dinner, test your sugar 2 hours after dinner. And like, it's just... that is so much. That is so tiring. I hope you're tired fucking listening to that. So that's what I should be doing every single day for the rest of my life. Okay? That is my sad but harsh reality of what living with diabetes and type 1 diabetes is. Now, there is a lot of tools and a lot of things that can make my life easier. One of them is a CGM, which stands for continuous glucose monitor. What that does is it's a little, I don't have it on right now, but it's a little implant thing that can go into your shoulder and it connects to your phone via Bluetooth. And what that does is it tells you what your blood sugar is without you having to prick your finger. So that is a good thing. That makes my life way, way, way more easier. Thing is with those, they last you 2 weeks and they cost $15 each. So I buy one of them, and then, so that's all good. You got to replace it every 2 weeks. That's fine. The only thing is, right, if you bump into something, if you take your clothes off too fast, if you the way that mine would always break is I would be having sex. I would be a little bit sweaty, a lot of touching, a lot of rubbing, and you're like sort of cuddling someone, you know what I mean, and it would come off. And so then it's $15 down the drain, and it's like, fuck, I've got to go get another one. The annoying thing is, most chemists, you have to order them in, so you got to order it the day before, then you can't get one till the next day, and then you go back to your fucking finger pricking while you don't have one on. Or if you're like me, you just don't fucking do it at all, which is the worst thing you can do. It's so bad that I'm not knowing what my sugars are, and then it's just like, I'll start with that. I won't test my blood sugar, and then I won't have my insulin. I'll just sort of like slowly turn into a bad diabetic. And so that's like the typical day. So the CGM makes it easier. Some people have, I think, pumps as well, which I think I think that puts insulin in for you. I don't know exactly how they work. I'm not on one. I don't have private health insurance. I need to look into getting that so I can get a pump at some point. But I think they make your life a lot easier as well. But they're expensive unless you have private health. So I need to look at doing that. But basically, that is my sort of what I should be doing every day regarding that. And this is, and I don't do any of that. Lately, I haven't been having any insulin. Luckily, they've done tests and my pancreas does produce a little bit of insulin. It's never like, they don't know how much, they don't know how reliable it is, and they don't know if that's permanent. It could deteriorate. But basically, I am a little bit luckier than a lot of other type 1 diabetics because I still do produce a little bit of insulin. So my symptoms aren't as bad or severe, because if my pancreas wasn't producing anything the way I live, I should probably be in hospital like all the time the way I live. But I'm lucky in the sense that, my pancreas is still producing a little bit of insulin, which is why the doctors, like when I was in hospital last year, the doctors were like, are you sure you're type 1? We think you're type 2. And then I went and got tests and they confirmed that I'm definitely type 1. But I'm in the odd case where my pancreas still produces a little bit of insulin, but that could be subject to change and stuff like that, and it's still not reliable. So I still should be, I'm treated as a type 1 diabetic. I'm subsidized on the NDSS, the National Diabetic Scheme. I don't know what it is. NDSS? National Diabetes Scheme? I don't know. But I'm categorized and diagnosed as type 1. And that's not, I'm not living the right life. And like I said, there's a lot of complications that can happen for me not living that life that I should be living and not having my medications on time and testing my blood sugars. There's a lot of, complications that happen in the long term, and it's like, I need to get my shit sorted. I want to live a very long and fulfilling life. I want to get married. I want to have a family. I want to have a career and travel and have experiences, and I'm going to impact that ability if I do not get my shit together, if I do not do what I need to be doing. As a diabetic, you should have a lot of, you should have a health professional team, like a diabetic educator, like all these different sort of doctors, and you need to get your eyes checked and your feet and all these stuff like that. And I should have a team and a GP and all that set up. Since I've been back in Warrnambool for a couple of months now, I have not set that up at all. Wait, a couple of months? No, 1 month. When did I move? Start of June, yeah. So I have not been looking after myself since. I have not got any doctor's appointments. I need to be doing so much. And it's like, I'm so happy with what I'm doing right now in my life. I love being in Warrnambool and I love having my family, and and I'm doing the podcast and I'm trying to be social and I'm trying to make steps towards my profession, and creative outlets. I'm working on writing a movie. I went and got singing lessons today, and I might be able to explore music or acting or musical theatre. There's so many things that I want to do that I need to get my shit sorted out, because I'm not letting the world get away with that easy. The world is not gonna forget who I am. The world isn't gonna know my name. Y'all are gonna have to get used to me. I'm fucking fat. I'm a fat queer man, and I'm fucking here. I'm a fucking Australian, 23-year-old, fat, queer, diabetic icon, and I'm here to stay. You bitches would get off easy if I fucking died, if I couldn't fucking talk or see or fucking, you know what I mean? I need to get my shit sorted. this isn't the life that I want to live. I deserve a good life, and I need to get my fucking diabetes sorted out. So basically, this is like me being vulnerable, but I'm also like telling myself, like, get your shit together. Like, even saying the words out loud, I'm sure will help me. So yeah, like, I'm trying to be better. So like this week or last week and this week, I got back on the CGM. So I got another patch on my shoulder to tell me what my blood sugars are. I started having my insulin with I'm not every meal. I was still sort of working on that, but I was at least having my long lasting one, which is still like not a perfect thing, but it's still really, really good to at least have that to get me through. I started having insulin with some meal, like my Nova Rapid insulin with some meals. I was like getting better, and then I had the thing on my shoulder, like I said, and I bent down to pick something off the floor, and I went bang, like I brought my arm back up, and I hit my fucking thing hit my little fucking sensor on the table, and it was I was like, fuck, that's gonna come off, and I could feel it coming off, and it hurt a lot. And then it was still on, and then like half an hour later, I went to scan to see what my blood sugar was, and it had gone. So it was completely, it was broken. And the thing is, you only get allocated a certain amount of them per year, the sensors, before I think you have to start paying full price for them. And I'm probably running out of them, because the one that I was wearing lasted me literally like 3 hours. Because it was the day of that I had put that sensor on, and then later that day, it ruined, it broke. And then it's like, oh, now I've got to go order another one, pay another $15 just for it to fucking break again. It's frustrating. I feel helpless. Because it's so much. It's like food and like drinks and like that and diabetes. It's so overwhelming because you don't get a break. Like, I know that like there's other health conditions, I'm sure, that are worse than me, and I don't want to like complain too much, because like, you know, it's like I've got it pretty good. I do have it really well. Like I've got it very well off in life. Like, but I still struggle, and diabetes for me is just really, really hard because of how constant it is. It's like I can't just go out for drinks with a mate. I can't just go have a chocolate bar without thinking about things, without taking action. It's not as easy as me just going to fucking like, I can't just do whatever I want regarding that. And it's like one of those things where it's like, well, I need to eat. I will, like, I can't just not eat. Like, that's gonna, like, everything that I do impacts my diabetes. And the thing is, my blood sugar impacts all my life. It impacts my sleep, my mood, my fucking everything. It's just so sad. I don't know. And like the doctors, I've only ever been to one good doctor that has helped me with my diabetes and who understood how much of a struggle it is. And it was this one doctor in Perth from like, it was specifically from like a diabetes clinic. And he was like the most like empathetic, understanding person. And oh my god, I should have went back to him. If I go back to Perth, I'm definitely going to go back and see him, because he was awesome. And he, like, I think he was queer as well. Like he did seem a bit fruity. I didn't want to like, I don't want to assume, but I don't think that he was straight. And he just understood me, and it was just such a good appointment. And then what most of the other people that I go to, what they say is, well, you know, you need to be managing your sugars. You need to be on top of them. And I'm like, yeah, but it's really hard. And like, well, you have to. You got to do it. You know, diabetes is it's quite an easy thing to manage once you sort of get it down. And I'm just like, can you not fucking tell me that? Can you not tell me that? Like, can you not fucking tell me that it's easy to manage? Can you not? It's fucking hard. It's a struggle. And then you're going to sit here and just fucking shit on me and tell me that, oh, such an easy thing to fucking do, blah, blah, blah. No. And then they're all just like fucking focusing on my weight. Don't even get me fucking started on doctors talking about weight. Oh my god, especially for women. Oh my fucking god. Not every fucking problem that you have is about your weight. Holy shit. Like, you go in there because like, oh, I need a doctor's fucking note because I've got a cold. I've got a fucking flu and I need a doctor's note. And they're like, oh, well, how much do you weigh? How much have you looked at your weight recently? Or if you're like a woman, like they say that, and then they also bring up, are you pregnant? Like, I hate doctors. I hate doctors, and I hate my diabetes, and I hate everything to do with it. Ooh, I'm getting so worked up. I fucking hate it. I'm sorry. This episode is going to be really, really shit because I just fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate talking about this. And I wanted to, like, come on here and be vulnerable and, like, be, like, share my story and, like, try to inspire people and try to, like, be positive about this. But I'm having a really hard time to do that. It's like, I don't know. I'm sorry if this, like, changes the way people think of me because it's, like, not how I normally act on here. But, like, I'm just so fucking sick of it. Like, I love my life. I love so many things in my life, but I'm fucking sick of having this disease. And the thing is, what I've been doing for years is I'll just deny it. I'll act like I don't have it. And then what does that do? That makes me feel even worse. It makes me feel like shit. I feel sick all the time. So I can't. I even tried to hide it from my work. I did hide it from a lot of people at my job. I think I told maybe 2 managers, and then I swapped teams and I didn't tell that manager. I tried to hide it from my housemate, my bestest friend as well. The only reason that she knew is because I posted about it on TikTok one day, and I thought I was being all sneaky and stuff, but I wasn't being sneaky. She fucking knew the whole time. It's because the reason that I hid it at work is because some people, when you tell them that you have diabetes, they're like, "Oh, should you be eating that? Are you allowed to eat that? You know, are you sure you can have that? Oh, that's got a lot of sugar in it. You can't have that." And my boss, which I think I've talked about before, about like him commenting on what I'm eating, if he knew that I had that as well, oh my fucking god, the fucking audacity of some people. I just feel so fucking defeated. I feel like shit. So, if anyone out there has a chronic illness and is struggling, or even if you like want to go on a diet or you want to go and eat better and you're struggling to do that, I fucking feel you. There's just so much pressure. There's so many fucking different things that like impact my like health. Like you get so many advice from the internet, from your friends, from your family, so many fucking things that just come in. It's just so overwhelming that I just want to shut down. That's what I do. It's like, rather than trying to like fix one thing, I just try to fix everything, and it gets too overwhelming and it's too much, and I just fucking shut down. And one thing about me and my diabetes is I'm an all or nothing type of bitch. So I'll be perfectly looking after myself for a week. I'll have one bad day and I'm like, fuck it. Not worth it. Not even going to try anymore because I had that one stuff up. It's like, imagine if you're on a diet and then you have one meal where you're like, oh shit, I'm going to have fucking cheeseburgers and pizza and donuts. And then even though it's like a 6-week diet and you've only had one bad meal, you fucking throw the whole diet out of the window. You know what I mean? That's sort of how I am with my diabetes. And it's like, I need to just be okay with having slip ups. Like I want to like work on it. I'm going to work on it and tell myself that it is okay to struggle, to go through things and sort of, you know, I can understand that it's okay to have slip-ups. It's normal. It's fine. Not everything has to be perfect, and I'm gonna try my best. I hate this. I fucking hate this. Like, it's just so much easier if I just ignore it and be like, "Hey guys, what's up, bitches?" And just like pretend it doesn't exist. But then where does that get me in 10 years and 20 years when I've got no fucking limbs and I can't see? Or I'm fucking dead from a heart attack. Like, oh my god, I hate it here. Oh my god, I can't even believe I'm saying all this. I'm gonna watch this back and edit this and fucking cringe. I'm already cringing. No, I'm fine. This is a part of my life that I'm not gonna deny anymore. Me sharing it out there into the world, even if only like 1 or 20 people watch it. This is just what I'm gonna do. This is just me being vulnerable. It's okay not to be okay. It's like, I feel like when I'm like on the podcast, like in my previous episodes, I feel like I've just been like so all over it. Like I feel like I've been nothing but put together. Not put, like I feel like I've in all my other episodes I've just been very insightful and I'm trying to be happy. But this episode I'm like a bit darker and I kind of don't like it. doesn't feel like I'm being it doesn't feel like I'm spreading my most happiest self. Although this is probably my most authentic self, it's probably not my most positive and happiest self. But I need to not be ashamed of this any longer. I'm just rambling at this point. I don't even know what I'm saying. What can I... Let's try to put some positive spin on this. So, basically, I'm going to try my best to be better in my diabetes. I'm really am. I need to I've got some really good advice from my auntie and from my granddad that just try to focus on one thing to start with. So, what I can do is just pick one thing to really hone that in, to really be good at that, while I'm sort of like, and do that one thing really, really well until it's become part of my normal life. And then, try to just implement other things and try to be overall better, because doing everything at once, although it's like the best thing for me to like try to make sure I do everything perfectly all the time, it's like harder and it's not sustainable. So I'm going to try to just do one thing and have at least one of my injections every day, my long lasting one. And I'm also going to try to put get like a team, go to my get a GP, get a referral to a diabetes clinic, get a diabetic educator to help me. I need to get private health as well. I need to go get a pump. Oh my gosh, I'm already getting overwhelmed at it all. But it's like, I want to live a long life. I want to live a happy life. I have so many things that I want to do in this world that I will not be able to do, or at least do to the best of my capabilities if I do not have this looked after. It's like, this is a chronic illness. It's not going away. Coden, your diabetes is not going away. It's something that I have to live with forever, and I need to make it work for me. I need to find a way to live with this and get my shit together. Oh my gosh. What have I even been saying for half an hour? I don't know. If you can take one thing from this episode, take that it's okay not to be okay and not to be perfect with I don't know, whatever you do, with a diet, with your health, with your work, with something. It's okay not to be amazing and perfect all the time, and that we're all still a work in progress. I hope that this there's a part of me that wants this all to sound shit, so I can't fucking release it. But in some exciting news, let's talk about me going to Thailand. Guys, I'm doing my first ever solo trip overseas. I've been overseas twice in my life, once with my nan and once with both of the times with my nan and my granddad and some other friends, like some of their friends. I went to Bali one year and then Thailand the next, when I was about 13 or 14 maybe, or 14, 15, somewhere along those lines. Amazing, beautiful places. I don't really remember a lot from both of them. I'm just really grateful that I got to go there and experience that. But now, obviously, that I am above the age of 18 and I can party, I am very much looking forward to going back to Thailand and just relaxing. I don't really have much planned of exactly what I want to do. I'm staying in Bangkok for a week, so very city life. I'm going to be going to the Calypso Ladyboy show, cabaret show. I've got a sort of a day trip to some of the temples booked, and that's all I've got so far. So I guess a lot of the time I'll probably be spending around the hotel, around the pool, having drinks, reading a lot of books, maybe finding some manzises to bring up to my hotel room. Oh my god. And then after my week in Thailand, I'm coming back, and then I'm only for a day or so, and then I'm going to Adelaide. So the new job that I'm starting, they pay for your flights and accommodation. They also give you some extra spending money to train in the head office, which is in Adelaide. So that will be really exciting for a week. So I'll be in Thailand for a week, and then in Adelaide for a week, and then back home and continue my new job from there. I guess I'll talk about sort of the future of this podcast. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I think I might do 10 episodes and then maybe put a pin in it for a little bit. I've really enjoyed what I've done so far, but I am, I guess, like a little bit burnt out from it. Like it's sort of like, it's been a lot. It's been a lot to do, and I think maybe I need to take a step back from it, or at least like get a fresh perspective on it. So I think what I might do is keep the channel and maybe stop the podcast at about 10 to 15 episodes and then venture into some other content. I would love to do some public interactions and public opinion sort of content. So sort of things like going out onto the street with a microphone and maybe one of my friends or my sister or something recording it and talking to people on the street, getting their opinions on pop culture moments or memes or politics or sort of maybe some I can't think of the word right now, when it's like controversial topics, maybe some controversial topics, and sort of do some public sort of opinions sort of thing. I think that'd be really cool to do in Warrnambool. I don't know what else I want to do really, and I don't know, I just want to make content. I want to keep producing things. I'm trying new things all the time. I would love to get into acting and musical theatre. Like I said before, I'm doing singing lessons as well, so maybe I'll start looking into doing more music. All I know is that this is just the beginning of things for me, and like I said, I wanted to get better with my health because I have so many things that I want to do, and I have a life to live, and I really want to be in the entertainment industry in some way. Don't know what that looks like. I guess like the dream, maybe I would love to be like a TV host or like a radio host, or maybe like a actor, or maybe do musical theatre. I don't know. The world is my oyster, and I think it's time for me to take over, you know? I think I have a fresh take on things. I think I'm the baddest bitch in the world. No, but it's time for like a fat person to be in the spotlight more. Like, yeah, we're getting more plus size representation. We're doing good. Like, I love that. But it's time for more. Let's up it. Let's up the ante. I want me to be a household. I want to be a household name. I'm going to take over the world because fat people exist. We're allowed to exist, and we deserve the same opportunities as other people. Whoa, this episode. What the fuck am I been talking? This episode is so much. I'm so sorry. Let's get into a word of the week. Far out, bro. Like, I'm just such a mess right now. I have been crying a lot. My eyes are heavy. I have been talking a lot of nonsense and being very vulnerable. I'm very sorry. This is the one episode that probably is actually a waste of your time. Probably Clinical Waste Podcast. All right. So the word of the week. I think I've got two. Yeah, I've got 2 words of the week. The first one is octogenarian. Octogenarian. So it's like octo, like octopus, and then genarian, Genarian. And the sentence that it was used in: we wave goodbye to our octogenarian friends. And this is like I'll set the scene. Sorry. The boys in the book that I'm reading, they were doing a tour of the MCG, and there was like, on their tour, there was like a big group of old people also on the tour, and they were waving goodbye to the group of old people. So I'm assuming octogenarian. Octo means 8, right? 8. How many words in? I don't know. 8. Like the number 8. Octo means 8, like octopus, right? And then genarian, I don't know what that means. Anyway, let's look up octogenarian. A person who is between 80 and 89 years old. There you go, guys. Octogenarian. So they're waving goodbye to their octogenarian friends that were between 80 to 89 years old. That makes so much sense. And then the other word is blearily. Blearily. B-L-E-A-R-R-I-L-Y. Blearily. B-L-E-A-R-I-L-Y. Yeah. Blearily. And the sentence I've got written down was blearily, I pick it up. Picking up something blearily. I don't know. So let's look up blearily. Also, the book that I'm reading is about I'm on the gay books again. I had a break from it. I read some non-fiction, really, really informative, but now I'm back up on the gay book. Now, this gay book in particular is a really, really big interest of mine because it's a sporting one. It's about sports. It's about the tennis, which I love. I love me. Wimbledon's on right now. I love me some tennis. Especially the women's tennis. I love watching women's tennis. The emotion, the passion, the competitive spirit. I love it. So it's like it's a gay book about a professional tennis player meeting some Australian local in the bar, and they become friends, and they have sex. Okay, blearily. With eyes that are red or have tears in them so you cannot see clearly. Can we get like a proper definition? Dull or dimmed. Dull or dimmed is bleary. Bleary is dull or dimmed, especially from fatigue. Okay, so he picked it up bleary, like his eyes were red and he was tired and it was like sort of blearily. He picked it up blearily, so he barely even picked it up because he was so... Okay, that makes sense. Like, I can fuck with that. Yeah, that's a good word of the week. I can fuck with that. Guys, I am gonna wrap it up. This has been an episode that I was like, this is not turning out how I planned it. I was going to be like really positive and happy and chirpy, but honestly, my diet, like, I'm just going to be like, it's a struggle. I'm struggling with it a lot. I'm trying to be better, but this is just something that I'm struggling with and I wanted to share it out there. But yeah, if you're listening to it on Spotify, give me 5 stars. I'm not sure I deserve it after this episode, but anyway, I'm being vulnerable and if you're watching it on YouTube, give me a like, comment that you liked it. Follow me socials on TikTok and Instagram at ClinicalWastePodcast. I am been meaning to make some more short form content, and turn some of my podcasts into the TikToks and stuff. I will do that eventually. But yeah. Love you guys. Please stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.